So sorry about that, guys. Hopefully this is a little bit better. Oh my goodness, this is so terrible today. Hang on, let me see if I can fix this. Awesome. The ring. Yeah, we only had the ring. We had no me. Pretty freaky, right? Anyway, I'm so sorry, guys. Clearly we still have issues with the stream. I thought that we had surpassed that level, you know? But it seems like we're still struggling, so I was going to send you guys a link. I'll just drop it in the chat and then you guys can have a look for yourselves. Instead of me trying to open it all up, so you know, we don't want another crash. Here we go. So I'll drop a link. I did that, not copy and paste. So this is the fish that Chris Reiniak drew. And yeah, can I repeat what I was explaining with the fish? That's what I'm doing. So essentially, he did two fish. One he did off a reference, and then the other he did just out of his head. And then he also did another one, if I'll open that up, where he further explored, you know, different fish shapes and everything. And what he was saying in his post is the importance of using a reference to sort of refresh your memory about certain features of an animal. You know, it gives you a better understanding of what shape they need to be so that you can adjust those shapes or exaggerate those shapes, especially if you're doing, you know, cartoons. It's very important. These are the cutest fish. They really are. His work is amazing. He also does streams. So go check out, I don't think it's on his profile. But he does stream. So if you search his name on Twitch, I'm pretty sure you should be able to come across it. Such cute creatures. Exactly. Awesome stuff. You need to do more life. You drew some lobsters the other day. That is cute. Were you pleased with how it turned out? That is really awesome. Yeah. I can't say that I've ever drawn lobsters, so yeah. That would be, like, drawing their claws, that would be a lot of fun, for sure. You've never drawn lobsters, you think they turned out okay. Well, for someone who's never done them before, you know, I think they're a pretty challenging creature to just hop into, you know. So you'll also learn sketch, you're inspired. That's awesome, I'm so glad you're inspired, yeah. I think there's so many different ways that you can use every medium out there. I'm trying to think of a really good... I hate gouache, right? And there's this one artist who's really amazing at gouache. Jo Cooper. Her name is Jo Cooper. Go and check out her work. It's amazing. The level of simplicity she can put into a piece but still have such complex layers. It's almost like every stroke of paint she puts on paper is just meant to be there. And she just knows how to work it. It's crazy. But yeah, she's obviously a really famous artist by now. So, yeah, she's got a ton of work. And I really love some of her larger animal prints that she's recently done. especially the ones with parrots in, so I love parrots. Their mouth area is so complicated and cool. Now see, that's something that you're definitely gonna need a reference for, because let's face it, how many people know what a lobster's mouth looks like, right? I don't. Definitely don't. I mean, I could guess, but it wouldn't be accurate. Maybe you'll even do commissions one day in the future for chibi characters. What about like chibi chibi lobsters? How's she named? I'll spell it out. So it's just Jaw Cooper. And she's on Instagram as well. So if you'd like to go check out her work, I'm sure you'll find it on there. You didn't get a chance to create and work on your art Instagram account yet, so you will work on proper presentation when you do. For now, you've pinged me an image file. Oh, that's awesome. I think for this stream though, Dovikin, because I'm having so many issues, I'm gonna just avoid showing anything on the stream. But what I will do is see if I can copy the message link, and then hopefully everybody can open it. No, that's not working. Usually allows you to, like... Yeah, so it won't do that. Sometimes what it does is you can copy like a link to an image you privately sent in Discord and it'll link to just that image. Oh, it works. Awesome. So are you happy for me to share this on the chat now, Dovikin? Because I know you had to ask for approval and all that before. You haven't found your style yet. Well, I think that's definitely something that takes a long time, you know, and requires you to draw daily and try to start seeing a pattern develop, you know. Draw every day, draw what you like to see, draw what makes you happy, and then try to spot what colors you're drawn to. Try to spot how you like to draw eyes, how you like to do your lines. Are you more of a fan of drawing neat, or do you prefer to draw more loose? You know, what is your preference? And then, you know, over time a style is going to start developing automatically. Is it in Discord? I'm just waiting on... Oh, Dovikin said that we do have permission, so I'll drop the link here. This is what Dovikin drew. He did a portrait of each and every one of us streamers. It is so amazing. And the likenesses, guys, the likenesses are so accurate. I mean, can you tell? You were thinking the same, a message link might work, let you try. Yeah, so it did seem to work. You will start with pens, maybe you'll do that. Do whatever comes ahead. Pens can be tricky, because once you lay down a line, you can no longer take it off. It's kind of like watercolor. Don't rush you, but you agree. You'll join today in the Discord. Oh, that would be awesome, lovely donut. Please do, and please share your work. I always love seeing, you know, sometimes I'll have a weekend and you guys will have plopped a few things in there for me to look at, and I'll be amazed at everything you guys are doing. You knew which one was me instantly. Exactly, Jason! Hello, by the way. It is so accurate. And you can tell who's Vivi and who's some of the others. Let me check. So I know Vivi and I know myself, obviously. I don't know the other streamers, so I can't say, you know, I can't obviously speak for them, but I do know that Vivi and myself, I do feel were done very accurately. You're not sure now what to draw though. It finds you unprepared. Yeah, exactly. Aw, thanks for the shout out for Jason. Really appreciate that. Guys, Jason regularly raids us and his work is incredible. You have to give him a follow. You have to go check out his work. It's stunning. He's always a valued member of our community as well. Yeah, how big are they, Doverkin? Are they just like A4 or how did you do those? They're on sketch papers slightly larger than the standard A4. Okay. Using colours and having proportions, etc. is above your level. I think you just gotta be patient with yourself, lovely donut. Things like that will come. Not all of us just started being able to do proper proportions and using colour, you know. Sometimes understanding how to do good grayscale values first before you take on colour is a lot more valuable. So I wouldn't push it. And hey, there's even a ton of artists who never moved to colours, so you're not alone. Hello, Kitty Prince. How are you doing? You tend to draw small. How small? What size is your preference? Like A5 or even smaller than that? Have you seen the miniature paintings by the artist Mab Graves? Oh my goodness, they're so tiny. There's actually like a few artists who've taken on that challenge now as well, trying to paint as small as possible. Stick around on Nekka's and Vivi's streams and you will get there sooner than you realize. Yeah, exactly, lovely donut. If you maybe try and use our stream sessions as, you know, something to keep you accountable, you know, every time you watch our streams, you have to be drawing alongside us because it both keeps you... go ahead and give a shout out to Vivi, Doverkin, so that our lovely donut can follow her as well. But yeah, try and use it as like an art session and draw alongside the stream, and then not only can you share your work with us during the stream, but at the end of the stream, you'll see how much time has passed and how much progress you made. It's a great way. So Doverkin just did a shout out for Vivi, guys. Go ahead and give her a follow. Really would appreciate that. Oh my goodness! We've just gotten raided by Cody! Can we believe it? Cody, thank you so much for the raid. I hope it's not lagging right now because we have had so many technical issues today. Hello, False Visual, and everybody else from Cody's stream. So happy to have you. Thank you for the follows, guys. Thank you, Beads, Wells, and Misfit. Really appreciate that. Cody, your drawing was so amazing today. Could you please drop a link in the chat and show everybody? I'd love to share your work with everyone. Spooky, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Guys, if you are not familiar with Cody's streams already, he was one of the first streamers I started watching on Twitch, obviously art streamers. And I loved his work. I loved how entertaining his streams are. I love the style of his characters. Obviously, he does, you know, characters that are a little bit more eccentric. So if you're into my kind of stream, you'll probably feel really at home on his as well. Cody, thank you, Doverkin. Thank you so much for giving that sub to Cody. Really appreciate that. You are so kind. Thanks for the follow, Mission Cat. You are not worrying about the way you'll draw at all. You worry for like how much stuff you'll learn on the side. Like, you don't want to get overwhelmed and yet not confident with how to draw and all this basic stuff, and you do use pen. Okay, well, if you're comfortable with pen, then that's fantastic, you know? You're very welcome, Cody. You're very welcome. We're so happy that you've rated us. Thank you so much. We are just in the process of finishing up my Humpty Dumpty page. It is huge. It's like over A3 size. Very, very big. So it's part of a book that I'm working on about the Humpty Dumpty story, but I've obviously changed the storyline a little bit, so it'll be slightly different. Thank you for the follow, Katie Prince and Poppet. Really appreciate that, guys. So Cody, can you drop a link of what you were working on? Unfortunately, I've had so many technical issues on the stream today that I'm almost like terrified of, you know, showing work on the stream during the stream. It's horrible. But I think I have an idea of what I might do. So yeah, if you could drop a link, I'm gonna try and show that off to everybody. I hope everyone is having a lovely time. I'm sure everyone is. I'm sure we are. Your name is pronounced Eva, right? I remember last time you were educating me. This is so good. Oh, thanks, Cody. We finished the large one. So we did this half where we had Humpty with all of his yolk pouring out, and on both sides of the page, Humpty is separated into two. So hopefully, you know, he's all sad and crying. But then in this page, this is the first page where we're just introducing Humpty and we want everybody to fall in love with him, so he has to be super enduring, you know. So I am really regretting deciding on this story because I hate this wall. I have had to draw this wall like, what's it been? This is the third time round and I'm gonna have to draw it 4 more times. I am not excited. I so love your emotes, Cody. Don't have a link to what you were working on tonight, but your Instagram has some terrifying art to look at. Okay. Shall we give this a go? Do I dare try this again, or are we gonna risk it? Let me see. Maybe I can shut down as many other programs as possible and we won't get another crash. So what's been happening is we've had to have crashes. I really do want to. I really do want to. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'll try that. And then hopefully this time it will not crash. Because that would be a lifesaver. Awesome. So far so good. We're all good, guys. That's a lot of wool. It really is, Fugo Sword. I am not excited. I'm really regretting it. We want to see your art. I know. Well, I'll show it off in a second. Guys, this is Cody's work. Look at how amazing it is. I haven't even seen this bunny. I've never seen this bunny. Oh, it's only a day ago. No wonder. I love his teeth. I actually think this is probably one of my favorite pieces by you ever, Cody. Like, ever. Oh, you own this bunny? Aren't you lucky? Oh my goodness. You are so lucky. This one's creepy. Definitely very creepy. Look at the watercolor of the sky. That is beautiful. Might I ask what watercolor you use for your pieces, Cody? Look at this guy. Like, got half flowers growing out of him, but he's also super creepy. I don't know if I'd like to smell him though. You know, he doesn't look like he's gonna smell very good. Look at this brain guy. That is super awesome. I love this dude. I really love this dude. That is so cool. So guys, if you can please give Cody a follow, this is his Instagram account. His work is truly amazing and his streams are so entertaining. You will love them. Cody also has weekly draw-alongs, so if you're interested in that kind of thing, he's got weekly prompts and I think it's every Friday or every Monday. I'm pretty sure it's every Monday. He has like an art review, which is a lot of fun, trust me. I've been in one of them. They're heaps fun. You use Winsor & Newton Coatman watercolors, but what paper do you use? It's nighttime. That is one demented looking bunny. You love it. I know, he's super cute. So much detail in the drawings. That is so true, yeah. Your passion for art was reignited by Neckar, Vivi, and others. So yeah, you're definitely in the right place. Yeah, and I think being surrounded by a community of artists is probably the best way to stay consistent and keep yourself accountable, you know, to keep making art. I know that for me, as soon as I left university, I no longer had all my, you know, my art friends surrounding me, and it became very easy to sort of put art on the side, you know, and not have to worry about it. You have a stream tomorrow, so you must sleep. Night, lovely people. Well, no worries, Jason. You go ahead and get some rest. Thank you so much for stopping by again. Really appreciate that. I'm not just kind, I'm cool and elegant. Well, I hope so. I hope so. You use Canson cold pressed watercolor paper. It's all about a decent watercolor paper over everything else for you. I'm the same. I use Archie's hot pressed. I find that I really like the way that I can get clean lines really smooth. I don't like the grooves of cold press. But what I dislike is the fact that I find that I'll show you what I mean. I find the blending to be much better. You know, the blending of cold pressed watercolor paper for me comes out a lot smoother. So we did this one. This was Little Nurse from Dead by Daylight, and we did her on, I'm pretty sure, last week's stream. And yeah, the background just wouldn't blend smooth with watercolor, so I had to move over to ink in order to get it so nice and smooth, because one of the features I was really after was getting a nice smooth gradient from her hand. Thank you for the follow, Figo Sword and Ascendant. Really appreciate that. It looks fantastic, thank you. So yeah, I feel like one of the things I don't like about hot pressed is you don't get that beautiful, soft, you know, soft spread. And I think there's an artist I follow on Instagram. I'm pretty sure his name is Grizz Grimly. I'll type it in the chat. I'm pretty sure it's Grizz Grimly. But anyway, his work is gorgeous. You have to check it out. And he has this gorgeous soft blending technique that, yeah, it's stunning. Oh, you know his art? Yeah, it's one of a kind. I really want to get one of his books so bad. The course you named earlier is having as an obligated option to draw with pens, specifically fine liners. That is your thing for being independent and consistent. Right, okay, well, it's great that you get the choice, you know. So, we usually do a lot more watercolor on my streams as well, you know. We did this little nurse girl. She's a little bit upset that she's got to be so sick. And, well, Doverkin said that she transformed the doctor into a rat, and now, yeah, he's not as equipped to help her out, you know. So, that one was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed doing that one. We also did this little dino girl. And what I really loved is the gorgeous flecking that I got on the shadow of the dinosaur's tail. That one is so awesome. But yeah, you can't always predict things like that. Sometimes it's just a stroke of luck, you know. Stroke of pure luck. And you don't know what you're gonna get, but that's part of what I love about watercolor. It's those happy surprises, right? I'm incredibly talented. You love my style. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. Thank you so much. The Chewed? Yeah, she's definitely got a bit of sass, doesn't she? Thanks so much for the support and being so awesome, Necker. Enjoy the rest of your stream and continue the amazing art. No worries, Cody. I really hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for your stream earlier. I had a fantastic time when I was around, and you know, it's always special being rated by you as well. You know, you're an amazing artist and I'm always happy sending people your way. Can we have another shout out for Cody right before he leaves? It was lovely to meet you again and for bringing along everyone through a raid. Exactly, yeah. You're also sorry because of the over information you didn't copy Cooper's entire name. So can you just tell you the first name so you can follow and see soon? Yeah, so that's Jaw Cooper. So like a jawbone, just Jaw Cooper. So Jaw Cooper is a gouache artist that's really, really amazing at, yeah, just layering a scene and different, you know, different compositions, but with the least amount of lines and strokes. Yeah, definitely check out Cody's stream, Lovely Donut. It's an awesome place to hang out, and if you can, try and join in his weekly contests. They're loads of fun, trust me. You will enjoy it heaps. I literally had a timer going that whole day just to know when that stream was gonna happen because I didn't want to miss out. And it was loads of fun, hours of entertainment. Pleasant dreams. So yeah, this is my little witch and her piggy. So she has the ability to make him appear on command, but finally she progressed and she was able to make him fly. So she was really proud of herself here. Really, really proud of herself. I do love my watercolors so much. They're so versatile. You can do tons of things with watercolor. You don't draw digitally yet, but you're sure you'll reach that point. Well, digital painting and digital drawing is like, you know, they're totally different things, and I feel like you have to give yourself a little bit of time to get into the flow of things. Like myself personally, I used to be a fully digital artist, right? And now if I flip back and I try to start a drawing right on Procreate or something, it'll be a struggle for me, you know? Like I'll feel like I'm not really feeling the piece, like I'm lacking something. Whereas if I'm starting a sketch on paper, I'll feel really comfortable. So there is a bit of a transition, and for me, transitioning from digital to traditional was also a big challenge, you know. It came with its own sets of, you know, things I had to overcome. So each one of those is going to be a different journey. This was my little pumpkin duo from last Halloween. So every year I do 30 days of different Halloween themed drawings every October. And it's a huge deal for me because I look forward to it every year. I'm going to be very busy this year because I'm going to have an art show in September, and then the following month is Halloween, and usually I start a little bit earlier, you know, to be able to keep up with Halloween. So yeah, it's not easy. 30 days of drawings, and if you're trying to do them at a higher level, yeah, it can be quite intense. So, but you gotta remember not to be too hard on yourself, you know. You're incredibly drawn into my pieces. My color use is impeccable, very, very incredible. And me as a person, I seem very kind and sweet. so ready to stick around. Oh, Chrissy, thank you very much. That is awesome to hear. I'm so happy. But yeah, I'm always pushing myself, you know, trying to explore a different technique, a different, you know, set of things I've never tried drawing before. And I have a lot of fun. So yeah, I do oil painting, I do graphite sketching, I do a ton of watercolor, so I'm very much into more muted tones and colors, you know, nothing too overly saturated and sweet, but you know, very soft pastel kinds of colors, a little bit more gothic. That's kind of my thing. But yeah, originally I was really unhappy with how this one turned out, but it's so strange. The more I've been looking at it ever since, I got a lot happier with it. Sometimes you just gotta let a piece sit, you know? Gotta let it go, not worry about it too much, because you'll go crazy. Go crazy with self-critique. So true. That tree is drawn so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Really cool style and aesthetic. My colors read really well. You bet they look even more rich in person. I think they do. You know, colors, especially on this camera, are not the greatest, and that's something I really do want to change at some point. You know, but you know, cameras cost a lot of money, and yeah, it can be really tricky to get a camera that's great for both art and lighting at the same time. So, bit of a journey. But yeah, today we actually finished all of these, the shading on these bricks. I have a long way to go. Very long way to go. Almost like the frigging Great Wall of China at this point. You know, it's so much work. I'm not excited. I prefer painting and drawing characters, like sentient characters, not bricks. Like, I suppose if it were a rock that could feel and think, then I wouldn't mind so much, but I'm not a fan of just drawing objects, and scenery really isn't my thing at all. We name each brick. If we can name each brick, if that would help. That is a great idea. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should start, like, how many of them you think there would be? Could we even come up with that many names? But yeah, that could help. Then you know, they could have some personality, and maybe I could actually, you know, start caring about them. Definitely it would help. Well, you shall stick around and lurk while you practice traditional art. You need to get better on paper since you are a digital artist. Well, what do you normally draw when you're working digitally? Do you have an iPad or do you work with a Wacom tablet? So you're gonna try and find tips and start doodling yourself besides using your imagination. That sounds like a great idea. I'd love to see your practice. Definitely do join our Discord, as Dovikin just pointed out. Join our Discord, give us some of your, you know, some pictures of your progress work, some of your finished work. I'd love to see what you're doing. Definitely would. And a bunch of us follow each other on Instagram as well, so, you know, it's a great way to support each other on Instagram and, you know, get some good feedback. So Discord communities are the most amazing groups to be a part of. Definitely they are. That pencil is so cool. You like it? This was, this pencil was part of a limited edition of Draftmatic pencils from Mab Graves. I think you might still be able to pick a few up from her store, but I'm not too sure. They're really beautiful. They come in 3 colors actually. I'll show you all 3 of them together. And they work so well. They don't, you know how a lot of the pencils you get from Officeworks or your local, you know, your local stationery store, they go all wobbly? I hate that. These don't do that. So this is the 3 colors that they come in, like a light pastel-y pink. Why is this not focusing? Please focus. I always have trouble with this camera. But yeah, they come in 3 colors, the vibrant blue, the sort of muted purple, and the pink. They're so gorgeous. My favorite is the purple one. I just feel like I love the color of the purple one. That blue color is just so eye-catching. So your favorite's the blue? Yeah, they're so gorgeous. I love them. Totally love them. Rich Chick, Selma, George III, 3 the 14th, Crisper, Willow, Tony, Lonnie, Robert. Don't call him Bob, it really strikes a nerve. Amelia and Florence. Oh my goodness, Figo Sword. Those are amazing names. I think I'm just gonna engrave it on like each one of them. That'll be super awesome. You'll get an iPad hopefully this year, so art digitally is another thing you'll do. If you can find a way to have like paper or something by your parent or something overall to be able to learn further more things on art, you'll just be independent and comfy. That'll be amazing. You have found a Discord server that people use, but coins and other similar types of crypto money to support artists. Right. I hope it's not that NFT crap, because like, I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about that stuff, so I would just say be very wary of that and make sure you read up about it a lot, because some of that can be very dodgy. Very, very dodgy. And you don't want to mess with things that you don't understand, you know? You want to get your money as an artist. Yeah, of course, exactly. But some people are very aware of crypto already, you know, and already work with it, so I'm sure for them it's not as daunting, so. Hello, Merry Darkness! How are you doing? It's been a long time. That's why you don't mess with raccoons. They baffle you. Well, I think I would much rather mess with raccoons, to be honest, than deal with crypto. I'm sorry, but I would. I would love to make friends with raccoons. I know in the States they're kind of seen as pests, but when I lived in Brisbane, we had, you know, we had baby possums and their mums, and they would all come and eat out of our hands. It was so cute. So, so adorable. You just want to be able to take care of yourself and depend on yourself eventually. As you're minor, you can't have your own like numbers and stuff to make your own account until the basic adult age. That makes sense, yeah. And I think it's a good rule to protect you as well, lovely donut. You know, don't feel bad about it. Life will start when it does. It's already started, but don't rush adulthood. Don't rush it. You're also working to get an account for commissions through trusted apps and stuff, but being comfy definitely needs to come first. Exactly, yeah. You could always ask your parents, lovely donor, to set up a PayPal account. You know, a separate PayPal account just for you with like a different email and everything, and they can run it. And then, you know, once you come off, you know, you're of an age where you are legally allowed to take it over, you know, they can obviously transfer it over to you. So, That's always another option. Just, I guess it depends how much do your parents want to get involved, you know? Who designed that window effect in my webcam? Are you meaning this, like, this ring thing? The ring thing I designed myself, so I got the design off from Adobe stock videos, and I simply, yeah, put a masking effect on it and added it as my ring. It was pretty creepy earlier because my webcam wasn't showing and we only had the ring, and it literally looked like from the movie The Ring. So it was kind of creepy. We had a bit of a freak out moment there. And it was right after the stream crashed, so you know, lots of things going on. Not great things. As a minor as well, you totally get it, but you might wait to put yourself out there until 18 just for safety reasons. Well, I did the same. I didn't even put myself out there with my art until after uni, you know. I kept an account privately, like my own stuff on, I think I joined DeviantArt and then I took everything off it because I got freaked out. And then after uni I was like, okay, I suppose I need to start promoting myself, so I hopped back on. But it was really daunting putting my work online for the first time. I remember it being quite, you know, it really tested me. I went through a couple of weeks where I was like, why am I putting this online? Why should I put it online? Does it matter, you know? And, you know, worrying about art theft and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it made me feel quite anxious a lot back then. But I think you gotta realize there are good people out there, you know, there definitely are a lot of good people who will support your artwork and who won't steal it and who will, you know, who will enjoy getting something out of it. Why keep your art locked up in a closet, you know? I think that's quite sad. You're not like that, but thank you a lot for reminding you to enjoy your age and just love your best friends that you're glad to have, and furthermore, use your intellectual knowledge. Japanese is another thing you'll learn, so we will see. Well, it sounds like you're using your time really wisely, lovely donut. You know, as a kid, I was also really fond of learning languages, and I think that's a really awesome hobby to take on, definitely. And it allows you to make friends from different cultures, you know? Have a lot more in common with them. So, that's always pretty cool. Who designed it? You didn't hear? I don't remember the name of who designed it, but I got it from Adobe Stock. So if you check Adobe's stock video section, that's where I found it. So you just search for, you know, the kinds of videos material that you're after. You are gonna have to pay for it though, so keep that in mind. Either you need a subscription or you need to pay for that individual video. There are other video sources that are free, but I couldn't find one that I really liked, and you know, it's going to be for a long-term stream, so I really wanted to get a nice room that I was into and really liked, you know. Plus, it gives a couple of years to find a style you're comfortable with, or the comfort of practicing without an audience. That is so true, yeah. And I think an audience can be helpful, but if you rely too much on the opinion of your audience, it can shift you in the wrong direction or hold you back. And I think it's most important to discover yourself and what you want your art to be about, your own personality, because that's what people are going to love. They want to see you, they want to see uniqueness, you know? So, yeah, definitely. It's very true. I think it's a great idea to start without having an audience and then jump in. I definitely did that. Didn't have an audience for a very long time. And then only after uni did I start, because I wanted to pursue art more professionally, so I realized, okay, I have to start promoting myself now, and I suppose that requires, posting my work online and all that kind of stuff, so it was a big leap. It was very daunting. There were lots of times when I was like, I probably just want to take all my stuff off and become a closet artist, but you can't sell your art if you don't put it online, so I quickly had to let go of that idea. You're glad Cody led you here. You need to go as it's late. Farewell and thank you, Neckar, for sharing your art. Looking forward to seeing how it progresses. Well, you're very welcome, Fugo Sword. I'm glad you stopped by and joined us. Look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much for the follow as well. You have people who can help you get educated and get more mature and beautiful and just be free. Don't worry, you touched me. Well, that's great news, lovely donut. Definitely great that you have such a strong, supportive community. But yeah, I wish you all the best, and I'm excited to see your art in the future. Like, for sure, you don't want to just depend on others, because it's amazing being independent, but yeah, you agree, you need to mix and match. Everything is for its own time and part of your life. If you use patience and give time to understand, you appreciate what you get to do and learn it. Exactly, yeah. We'll see you next time, Fugo Sword. You have a lovely rest. Thank you for stopping by again. Yeah, I think it's so hard, right? Like when we're kids, we want to be all grown up, we want to be independent. Like I'm not saying you, right? Because you clearly have a good grasp on it, lovely, lovely donut. But a lot of us, we want to grow up and we want to get to a point where we're independent and self-reliant and all that. And that's healthy and good, we do need to be. But I think we miss a lot of our childhoods by just looking to the future. And I think we do this right throughout our lives, not just when we're kids. When we're in our 20s, we think, oh, just the next few years when I have this house or this thing or this relationship or, this family circumstance, I'll be happy. But we constantly pursue the future and miss the present. When the present is when, sometimes we look back and we were like, I wish I could go back to that time in my life. I was so happy. You don't know, right? You don't know when you're happy, when you're in it, and you always think it's going to be better. But I think every moment in life is beautiful and special in its own way. And it's so strange how we as humans just, yeah, we don't see it when we're in it. It's ridiculous. Thank you for the follow, Automated Alex, and you too, Suko Trash. I think it's trash. Really appreciate it, guys. We have so much wall left. So much wall. You love the calming and encouraging vibes. Glad you could join the stream. Well, I'm very welcome you're digging it, because that's what it's all about over here. A relaxing draw-along session. That's what we're aiming for. Art block sucks tonight. Any ideas from anyone for you? That's awful. Usually what I do when I suffer from art block, right? And my teacher at university taught me this. It's usually because I'm stressed out and I'm holding the pencil too tight or too stiff. So what we did at university, we had to do a drawing with our left hand and blindfolded for like 5 minutes. So you have to close your eyes, do the drawing blindfolded, and then repeat it, and then you can let go of being blindfolded, but you still have to draw with your left hand. And then you do one blindfolded with your right hand, and then you switch over to drawing normally. And I found that what it does is it really helps you to, it lets go of the analytical thinking, because you can no longer see what you're doing. So you have to rely on how you feel the paper. And you tend to draw, to sort of not draw as critical. So I feel like sometimes that gets me out of being stuck. Sometimes just doing a bunch of different drawings, you know, like doodles in one night really helps me. So I don't know. Depends what kind of art block. Do you have a lack of ideas? Or do you feel like everything you're drawing is just not coming out well? Because there are two different types of art block I found. No worries, Queen Melisandre. I hope you have a lovely evening, and I hope you have a good rest. We'll see you again soon. And she mentioned, for example, a quote from a psychologist. Success doesn't come from passion. Passion comes from success. Exactly, yeah. So you need to work up on something and do what we mentioned already. Exactly. Anyhow, draw to you. Exactly, and we want to see some of these drawings, lovely donut. We want to see them. That sounds really nice. You have an idea block. Just drew a tree, just no more ideas, but you will keep that technique in mind later on. Definitely do. I found that it really works for me, but yeah, it's obviously a different type of art block than having idea block. When I guess the way that I avoid idea block is, you know, I have lots of ideas throughout the day, usually. So I keep a little notebook and I write my ideas in there, and when I have art block, I pull out the idea book and I have all these ideas ready to go. So that's usually how I avoid it, but you know, if you obviously don't already have that, it can be quite tricky. So maybe try and Google a drawing prompt. You know, it's currently April. Try and Google drawing prompts for April and have a read through some of them. Maybe one of those, you know, would spark some interest. Because I do Drawloween every October, and after that month, I am so in the groove. It's ridiculous. Like, you come up with ideas after drawing every day, like clockwork. It's so easy. So I'm definitely a big supporter of like drawing prompts and joining in on drawing prompts. I feel like they're really helpful. At least for me, they have been. So. I still haven't finished detailing all the bricks on this side, so probably would be a good idea to finish that up, right? Is that charcoal pencil I'm using now? Yeah, so it's just your normal HB, I'm pretty sure it's HB. Yeah, normal HB 0.5mm lead. That's all I'm using. I really do want to get darker lead as well, so I can sort of switch between them. I've really wanted to do that, because I feel like I'd like my drawings to have a little bit more depth to them. And they just come out a little too light for my liking, so... I got confused here. I should have another line over there. Oh, I shouldn't have a line over there. Because the line should be right smack bang in the middle. Which will make it hard, but deal with it. You believe they were talking about the smudger. Oh, you mean this one? Could be wrong. This is just, yeah, it's a blending tool. I have a couple more, I'll show you just a minute. So they come in packs like this. And they come all fresh and nice, but after using them they obviously get full of lead, so they're a great way to blend. I feel like when your finger does it, it just doesn't, you know, it doesn't blend as smooth and it kind of gets stuck in little splotches, whereas this blends it out much smoother. It's crazy, it's so much better. So yeah, definitely I would say that's a must-have tool if you're going to do graphite sketching, a must-have. Hello, MySpa! How are you doing? So happy to see you here. Your clips that you post on Instagram are hilarious. I wish I could make your streams, but they're always at horrible times for me. You've clipped the video with my advice and uploaded it in the inspiration section. Thanks, Dovikin! That's awesome. Yeah, you remember that? The blender tool, it changed your life. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I was able to convince someone to use it. Because it changed my life too, Dorikin. I definitely didn't always use it. But as soon as I did, I was like, how did I ever live without a blender tool? I have no idea. Code Monkey, how are you doing? Hello. Can you blend with fingers like you? You can, but as I said, I feel like the oil on your fingers sort of piles up and eventually it doesn't blend smooth like this. So yeah, also it's not the greatest for your fingers to constantly have things build up on them, you know. You're good, thank you. No, don't worry about making your stream. Probably just you moaning at COD. But they're funny! They're definitely funny. I would like to join in on some of the Among Us games you guys play sometimes. They look like loads of fun. Yeah, you definitely need to invest in more. They're not expensive, Chrissy. They're so cheap. So yeah, definitely worth it. Yeah, guys, go and check out MySpa's Twitch stream. He's an amazing gaming streamer. I haven't actually ever made his stream, but he posts clips on Twitch, on Twitter and Instagram, and they're pretty funny. So he's Sarah's boyfriend. So if you guys follow Sarah's Twitch channel, you guys should be aware of who he is. Among Us is a good time. Yeah, so we've been actually talking about arranging a gaming night, yeah, with everybody on my Discord. I don't have it though, so I need to check it out and first get a sort of, you know, figure my way around it and how it works, because I don't know it that well. So you were planning long ago last year to get such tools. Well, I would just go to your local art shop and spoil yourself right now. You didn't deserve the shout out. You did. Yeah, 100%. You've subbed to us as well before, so how can you not deserve it? You definitely do. Plus, just for the sake of being Sarah's boyfriend, you're already getting a shout out, so there's that. I'm sure you're already well known among the art community, so... Bias? Probably. But hey, I don't watch a lot of gaming streamers, MySpa, so I don't really know what gaming streams are about. I only really watch friends from friends, so people like you who I know through art streamers, or people that I'm directly friends with. So yeah, I really don't watch a lot of gaming streams. You mean you prefer to lurk in quiet streams and do stuff? If I had you in the background, you probably couldn't lurk. That's true, yeah. That eerie silence between tracks. I hope it's creepy. I hope it is. Maybe we should have like a silent stream one day, like an all silent stream. Kind of the point of a gaming Twitch stream. Yeah, exactly. It's totally different. If you had yourself in the background, also, you don't mean quiet as in silent. You mean non-gaming, nice, relaxed, and chilled stream. Your streams are explosions, gunshots, you raging with funny times. Well, exactly, and people go there for that kind of energy, right? I mean, it's a totally different environment, totally different community. And I find that even amongst art streamers, there's different ways of running a stream. Like, Sarah's stream is completely different to Vivi's stream. Vivi's stream is different to Charles's stream. Charles's stream is different to my stream. You know, we all have different environments and just yeah, different place to hang out. So even amongst art streams, it's not the same. Everybody runs their own place differently, and I think it's great, you know. I find it very enriching to be able to go one place and then have a different vibe in the next. It's awesome. There are definitely some loud art streams, and you find that so strange. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I love a loud gaming stream, but a loud art stream for me is a little bit too much, right? Like, I'm talking really loud, like loud, violent music, loud shouting, maybe like crazy music and then different alerts playing all over the place. Sometimes they play for like ages, like minutes long, and yeah, that to me is a little bit disruptive. I can't cope with it. You don't know if you've come across any loud art streams, maybe you avoid them. Maybe so, maybe so. How many art streams do you actually watch, MySpa? Thank you for the follow. Who just followed? Yeti Does Stuff. Thank you so much. Guys, so Sarah's shout out just popped up over there. If you can give Sarah a follow. As I mentioned earlier in my stream, Sarah is my friend from university, so if you guys could give her a follow, that would be amazing. She does awesome dragon art so for me it's every evening, and it's usually very, very late in the evening, so it's very hard for me to attend her streams, but usually I try my best to make them. But for those of you who are in the States or in Europe, I'm sure it's a lot easier to make them. So you gotta check it out. At least give her a follow, and then if she is live and you are a night owl, you know, you're bound to see some awesome dragon art. Also, who is Sarah? And it sounds interesting. You would like to see her channel. So I'm guessing I already answered that question. You personally don't stick so easily in game streams, like it's getting boring, you can't explain. I think it just depends on the streamer, Lovely Donut. Like, you get people who just stream their gaming kind of to just have the VOD on their channel. Like, they're not trying to be a streamer, I guess they just want to be live, and if their friends want to pop by, they'll be happy. But then you get gaming streamers who are trying to do it more for like a living or a hobby. And in general, those streamers are much more entertaining. Like, they'll make jokes, they'll have fun, they'll, you know, join up with some friends that they have some hilarious banter with and things like that. So yeah, in general, just gotta seek out the good ones. There definitely are a lot of streams like that. So you mean you enjoy watching to an extent, but if you can't understand how the game is working, or it's not getting interesting, or if it's too much in a mood of silence or just getting confusing, you can't stay in switching. Well, I think that's the thing. Gaming streams, personally, I feel in general, can't be quiet. Like, unless it's like a super pro gamer that's just showing off his skill, I think people can tolerate him just sitting there being mute. But I think in general, gaming streams, like you know, MySpace said, they're loud and energetic and full of fun. And that's what you're trying to get when you go there, right? You're trying to feel some energy of that game. And in general, you don't watch streams of games that you aren't familiar with or, you know, aren't looking to play. So that really helps, you know, if you are familiar with the game, it does help a lot. So you really wish I could make copies. You can make copies of traditional art because you really like the body, but you feel like you're gonna ruin the face. Well, I mean, you could. What I do is if I'm happy with a sketch the way that it is, usually when I finish it, before I want to watercolor it, I'll scan it and I'll print it out on watercolor paper, and then I'll simply paint over it. So that is one thing you can do. Tracing is also another thing you can do. I don't know, I've never really done the whole, you know, paper tracing method, but you can use a light box and things like that. You have a copy machine, you'll be right back. Well, that could be useful, right? You don't want silence, but it's sometimes per streams that low energy is making you leave, but sometimes you think it's about your mood and how much energy you already have given to other stuff. Exactly. I mean, sometimes you're just not in the mood for a certain stream, right? And you're being more critical than you usually would be because you're not really wanting to be there. And it's similar to, you know, being on a stream is like being around friends. So if you are very much an introvert and not really wanting to engage and things like that, it's simply going to be a video, you know, it loses that interactive element. And so yeah, I can definitely understand how if your energy is low, it can feel more draining than helpful. You don't mean complete silence, super comfy in other words. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I feel like a completely silent stream is maybe not meant to be a stream. Maybe rather a YouTube video or something, because Twitch is interactive, right? So the idea is to have dialogue and respond to questions and interact and engage with the community. So yeah, it would be a little bit pointless if you're running a stream and not gonna talk at all, you know. Maybe you should reconsider actually being on Twitch then. Oh, you want that? You want the reverse? No dialogue? Still watching, enjoying the art vibes. You're drawing or painting as well. Well, what are you making, Turbo? I would love to see. If you want to post that in the Discord, by the way, feel free. Totally up to you, of course, but we'd love to see. We always love seeing you guys' updates and stuff, so... Personally, you don't want to stop sometimes being in a conversation. Okay. You try to learn to have setbacks. Setbacks are good, because setbacks help you learn, you know. If you don't make mistakes, it can feel like you're stagnating as an artist, you know. I've definitely felt that way before and been like, am I even learning? I feel like I'm just reproducing more of the same work over and over, and I felt like, what's the point in making art? I'm not growing, you know? I just spurt out the same stuff over and over. And that's when you gotta challenge yourself. You gotta push into a new direction and be like, okay, I'm gonna draw something I've never done before, in a way I've never drawn it before, you know? And hopefully, every little mistake you make from there on, because you'll find that that's hard, you know? Doing things that you're not used to doing is really hard, so you're gonna make mistakes. These bricks are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It's just soup. Hang on. You like arting with other people. It's like, oh, it's a work in progress, but you want to do a Justice League piece. It's just supers for now? What is supers? Wait, you're really proud of how this is turning out. Well, that's awesome, Chrissy. I'm so happy for you. You want to have dialogue, but dialogue that you can fit in or be in. Fit in isn't so comfy. Yeah, I mean, I think that's why it's important to try and find a community that you feel comfortable with and you feel like you get along with. You know, you can engage in the chat. I go to some Twitch streams and I'm like, I repeatedly go there and I just feel like I can't become a part of the community. I just don't feel like I fit in there, you know? And that'll happen. Not every stream is going to be for you. There's different communities for a reason. No worries, Maispa. Thank you for stopping by. Please say hi to Sarah for me. Please do. You've mostly heard the Flash and Green Lantern. call him that. Oh, supers. Is it like a superhero character? I'm so almost done with all these little tiny bricks. It's gonna be great when they're all done. I don't have to think about them anymore, you know? They're really getting so tiny. It's ridiculous. I think this is going to be the last row I can fit in, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Definitely is. And then we just gotta make that a little bit more clear, right? Awesome. So I've got all of my bricks essentially done. Fantastic. I feel great. I made lots and lots of progress. So happy. You think I missed your message? Is Superman soups? Okay, right. Oh, the Flash you're watching, the TV show, it's super amazing. It helped you grow very nicely as well. It's watching a Supergirl as well, now Superman and Lois. Oh, I always forget how to say her name, so. The wall, almost there, it is! Okay, let me see, can I share this picture on Discord? Whereabouts are we? Let me open up the art section. By the way, thank you so much guys for joining the Discord. Really happy that you guys do, because I always love keeping up with what you do. Okay, so I'm gonna do it manually like this, so bear with me. And we don't want to share that. We want to try and share Discord. There we go, awesome. Okay, let me open this, make this a little bit bigger. Guys, have a look at what Turbo just shared with us. This is an amazing piece. I love the tonal values. I can definitely see the resemblance, and you did a great job on that neck. Necks are so hard to draw, like, great job on the shading as well, and the hair. Like, look how it becomes a part of his forehead as well. Love how you did that. You're a really talented artist. That is amazing work. It's a work in progress, but yeah, for sure. Oh, I can totally imagine it's a work in progress. Are you excited about drawing the eyes, or are you a bit worried about that? You spilled your drink. You're sorry if I asked you something you didn't hear. No, I'm sure I didn't. Can't remember if I did. I hope not. I hope your keyboard or whatever it is fine. You really loved Mandalorian. Baby Yoda is super cute. It is so adorable. I loved Baby Yoda. Absolutely loved Baby Yoda. Have you ever drawn Baby Yoda, lovely donut? You're from that country. Oh, you want to go for a Greek or Roman statue vibe? That is cool. That is a very cool idea. So no eyes then. For the Greek or Roman statue vibe, you kind of want to not paint the pupils. That makes sense. I kind of like that idea. Yeah. You're gonna stop texting for some time? That's okay. We don't mind being chatty on here at all. It's heaps appreciated. Definitely. It's what the streams are all about, right? So tomorrow, I'm probably going to try and do the hills, the grass, see how far I get with the sky. I don't think I'm going to be able to do the sky, but we'll see how far I get, you know? I mean, I'll give myself an extended amount of time to work on Humpty, and hopefully, I mean, ideally I'd love to be able to finish Humpty, this page of Humpty tomorrow, but I highly doubt that'll be possible. Just too much work left. And I don't want to rush it all, you know. I want it to be nice and detailed. It all has to be a consistent level of quality. Did I go to school for art? I did actually, Turbo. Well, it's kind of a funny thing. I originally went to university to study graphic design and not art. But I found out about a course in illustration and I really liked that. So I did only 1 year in illustration. But because I repeated drawing class 3 times, I guess it kind of made up for, you know, only having had a year in art. But I will say that for anybody looking to study art at university, it's not going to help you be a better artist. It's more going to learn you how to spot mistakes in your work and learn to analyze your work, probably. And it's going to teach you how to run a business, how companies will approach you, the kind of way they want to see concept sketches, how to lay out, you know, a quote, how to show them thumbnails that align with that quote, things like that, how to timetable your work and things like that. So for the most part, that is the bigger portion of what we learned at uni, more so than learning how to be better at art. So I didn't really do fine art, so I think if you study fine art, maybe that's where they teach you a lot of that sort of stuff. But I studied illustration, so a bit different, more along the lines, yeah, more like the business of art. So it's quite different. But our teachers were very helpful in the sense that like they could see your work for the first time after a semester of homework and be like, oh, this and this and this and that is wrong, and ask you what are you going to do about it, you know? They're very good at pointing out mistakes in your work, and then sometimes you're like, no, there's nothing wrong with that. But after thinking about it for a while, you understand why it's wrong. And I feel like that's an invaluable source of what art school help with, you know, teaching you to spot mistakes in your own work. You're done with said sketch. Should you put it in the Discord? Yeah, please go ahead, Chrissy. I'd love to see it. Have you joined the Discord yet, Chrissy? Zazu is calling, I know. I don't know if you guys can see him in the reflection. He should be like right over here. I think you can see a little bit of him bobbing about. Yeah, he wants to come back inside. You think they said that the new episodes will come out December 2022? Are you meaning of Mandalorian? I thought it was done. I thought we had the last episodes already. I didn't think there was going to be more episodes of Mandalorian. That is a very long wall. I know. I'm so regretting it. Do not remind me how long this wall is, please. I don't want to hear about it. This wall is so trippy. How come? How's it trippy? Because it's so long? Yeah, it's ridiculously long, right? No, there are new episodes. There is going to be a season 2. There's already been a season 2. That means there's going to be a season 3 then. Because we've already had season 2. Just did putting it in now. No worries. Let me have a look. And hopefully I can share that. Oh, it is so adorable. I have to share this with everybody. Give me 1 second. Guys, have a look at the adorable artwork Chrissy just shared with us. It is so sweet, guys. The little girl and her balloon. So lovely. I really like the way you did her hair. That's gorgeous. Love the path of her hair. So beautiful. Absolutely so creative. It's not a bad picture. It's a great picture, actually. I love it. Put another paper and make endless wall. Just kidding. No thanks, Marimune. I'm good. I'll stick with what we've got left. And then I'm not going to draw another wall for the foreseeable future. Thank you very much. But yeah, we've definitely come a long way with this wall. I am very, very happy with the progress of it though. Definitely keep up with your art, Chrissy. You are so creative and you've got a great future set in front of you, ahead of you. You're definitely very talented. Cool. So I have all of my wall now. Now I just need to blend. Gotta do some further blending. I don't know up to where I had finished blending before, so I'm just gonna go over it. And then I'll add those little details back in afterwards. Here it'll be fine. Awesome. So I think we'll leave the rest for tomorrow. Give me 1 second, guys. So I think this is probably a great spot where we can end today. Hang on, why is the brightness of my iPad so low? I can't see a thing. So we had a wonderful raid by Cody earlier today. If we could have one more shout out for Cody and his awesome support for the stream. Cody has been an inspiration for me when I first joined Twitch, and he's been an awesome support ever since I've started streaming, so really happy to have him send his family our way and to be able to show off his art. But for now, I need to find somebody else that we can raid because we had a pretty long stream today. So I will see who else we can raid and share some love to. So at the moment I don't have a lot of people streaming, so we can go raid Chloe. We love hanging out at Chloe's stream, so she's working on, I'm gonna guess it's another gouache painting because she does love her gouache. Storybook, thank you for the 100 bits. Amazing stream as ever. Thank you very much. We do love Chloe. Shall we go with Chloe? I need to get a bit of a list, especially you guys who join my streams. If you can, you know, what you can do is connect your Twitch account with your Discord account, and then I can hop on Discord and I can see when you guys are streaming. It'll show you up in a different section, because I really want to be able to support some of you guys who stop by here and be able to raid you guys. So if you do that, I'll be able to see when you stream. And it'll be a lot easier to find people we can raid, you know? Glad you can make it for the stream. No worries. Well, thank you for stopping by and you know, for introducing yourself, Turbo, and for sharing your beautiful art. I want to see the finished piece eventually. So let us go and raid Chloe. That will be awesome. An awesome way to end the day. A relaxing Chloe stream. There we go. Awesome. And I will have to bid you guys farewell, and hopefully same time tomorrow I will be streaming. We'll be finishing off the rest of Humpty. I'm gonna try and do an oil painting session as well this week, so hopefully we can arrange that for Wednesday or Thursday, or is today Tuesday? Tomorrow is Wednesday. I'm losing track because we had a public holiday. So either way, we're gonna have an oil painting stream this week, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, an oil painting stream, sounds good. And I do want to try and fit in a watercolor one, so we'll see how we go, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time for that, so. I'll see you guys next time. Let us raid Chloe, guys. Why did that not work? Oh, that's what I did wrong. I did it all wrong. That's never gonna work. There we go. No worries, Ren. It's always appreciated you just being here. And by the way, thank you to both you, Ren and Dovikin, for modding today. And also, Dovikin, thanks again for all the subs and, you know, all the bits you've donated. You're a huge support to the stream. Let us raid Chloe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.